Hey, what's happening? It's Chris here. Just want to bring you guys a little update. We're just going to be talking about Bitcoin in this one since obviously it rules the market and it's really important so we know if it's going to be going up or down. We have a plan for both. So if you guys could like, subscribe, all that, I'd really appreciate it. And how you guys doing today? What you all been up to in terms of the market? Like, have you guys been buying, selling, holding? Have you guys been doing a little bit of trading? Have you been in and out? Different stuff like that. So guys, like, subscribe. Thank you for all that. I really appreciate all the help on the channel. So what we're going to be looking at here, guys, this is on the 4 hours, and we're going to be looking at patterns. We're also going to be looking at Fibonacci, things that have broken and things that I'm seeing. So, guys, first of all, I took this Fibonacci from when we broke. You can see the candle where we started to fall right here, and then it was confirmed. All right, so that's where I took my Fibonacci. I pulled down to the bottom here, guys, and as you can see, we got up through here, this 236, but we weren't able to stay up above that and treat it as, or turn it into support. It stayed as overhead resistance. So came up here, guys, kind of wicked close to it, came back down, came up again, came back down, tried it again, and got rejected. And do you see these lines that I had drawn for a couple days here, guys? We broke down out of that, and as you can see, we have fallen now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some percentage tools on for us so we can kind of see when this stuff happens. So we had a break here, and with the price where it's at now, we have had roughly, guys, about a 7% drop there. So let's pay attention to that. Then the next thing I want us to pay attention to is the overall drop when these things do break after we've been in that basically consolidation range for so long. We were around that $6,000, and then we just fell. We were either going to go to the upside or the downside, and we broke to the downside. And guys, that was a close to 44% retracement there that we've had in terms of the fall. And then what we had in terms of reaction rally, so let's pull this, guys, we'll take from the low there up to the high. And it says again, we gained back about 23% there. So that's the type of stuff that we do want to pay attention to, guys, because remember, when we do get that oversold and we've had all this downside, you are going to get this little reaction. But what I really want to pay attention to now, guys, is are we going to be going lower? Okay, and that's really important right here because, guys, we're getting close now. Obviously, we've broken out of these trend lines. All right, and now take a look at these moving averages. So the moving averages that I have up in blue, I have our 5 moving average. I have our 20 EMA, and that's in like that brown color. I have our 50 moving average in green. And I have our 100 moving average in red. And what you see taking place here is that 20 moving average. Let me get my cross here, guys. So my 20 moving average is crossing over this 50 moving average. So you have that death cross there. You have a lower time frame crossing underneath that longer time frame there. All right, so we have to pay attention to that, and all these moving averages are still pushing us down. We've been in that raging river, remember? So you can see the 100, and just start looking, guys. 100's over top, right? 50 in green here is over top. Our 20's over top, and our 5's over top, so even down to the short term. So, guys, if we do break this 36, I'm sure we'll go to 35, could be tested, but it could be a quick drop to $3,000. And I just want people to be aware of that. You know, you gotta pay attention to that downside, because what we're having here, guys, you can see we put in our low, and we can even kind of snap these a little bit. It'll get a little messy, but so here was our low. Then we had our high. We'll just go off the closes there, guys. Higher low, higher high, higher low, up there, higher high, still had a higher low, and then after that, guys, we came down here, and then you can see we set this right here. We broke down, and it was a lower low from up here, but it was still a higher low from what we had down here. Once we had that, and we bounced off that line, we came up and set a lower high. After we had that lower high, we broke down through here and set a lower low than what we had there. All right, and I know it gets a little confusing, guys, and then here was a lower high, and now we're having a lower low. And that's how you can tell, because when you're in that bearish pattern, you have those lower highs and lower lows that just continue. Okay, those bear flags that take place, and we've talked about all those, and bear pennants that we have to keep an eye out, those are really important, guys. All right, so I'm going to get the Fibonacci off here. We're going to clear a few things out, and we're going to step back, and we're going to take a look at some support now as well, support and resistance, which is really important. Always want to step back. So, guys, always look to see that trend line that I had there. Look what happened when it broke. Had that waterfall. So really pay attention to trend lines, guys. When they're broken, and either to the positive or down direction, look here. See, when that was broken, you had that reaction that took place. You can just see old stuff that we were drawing on here. But let me get out here, and guys, we'll go to the day quick. Thought I was on the day there. I'm sorry. We're on the 4 hour. Okay, guys, so this is what we're looking at right here. So obviously you see that parabolic run. Now what I'm going to do, we're going to pull an overall fib off here and see where we're at. So guys, in terms of Fibonacci, we have broken through the 786, which we really have to pay close attention to. Okay, so that has been breached, and that's a really deep retracement, guys. Next one is going to be the 886, and that's at $2,294. And that's a real possibility that could happen, guys. So I want you to be prepared for that. All right, and then after that, you have the 0.96, which is at $1,296. All right, so those are your Fibonacci levels, overall macro Fibonacci levels. Now we're going to look at the support. So guys, obviously about right in there, around that 3,000. There was a bounce here before. You can see when we had that retracement, then we started going back up. That's around that 1730. Remember I said 1800, guys. That could potentially be one of the areas too that guys are looking at. Then you have this mark here, the top of this. So if we grab our horizontal line on this one, see where that's at. Guys, that's going to be around $1,200 right there. That's what we have to pay attention to. Now on the upside, guys, overhead resistance. Big overhead resistance that we're going to have is back up through here now. Around that 5750 is $6,000 is going to be big. 5,000 is going to be big. A lot of those. But pay attention to these moving averages, guys. Really have to pay attention to that stuff, because they're still just pushing us down. So when we had this cross of the 50 over the 100, obviously that would have been a great time to get out, guys. That was at $11,000 right there. We had that death cross right there, and we've just been getting pushed down ever since. You see that in the 20 EMA, guys. Really pay attention to the 20 EMA. It's so valuable and so important. Look how it's ridden this the whole time. Do you see the 20 here, guys? Each time it was coming up to, anytime you had these reactions, it would hit it, come up, hit it, come up, hit it. We treated it as support there, came back up, hit it. But this is a really important one, and that's at 44.49. So that's where, guys, we potentially could make a move back up to that on the upside as well. So keep an eye out for that. But this 20 moving average is really crucial. The 100 moving average, I mean, guys, this has been overhead resistance now since last January. So almost a year, this 100-day moving average has been over top. So there's going to be some really big signs when we see these lower time frames starting to cross back over, like the 5 over the 20 over the 50, those type of stuff, guys. That golden cross is what we want to look out for. All right, and then like we said, really big resistance is going to be right in here. Overhead resistance, that's going to be a big spot. 6,000 is going to be a big spot. I mean, guys, look at all these now. But there's going to be room to run in between each one of them, guys. I mean, you even look at that 8,500 up to 10,000. There's room. You know, you look at this 65 up to around 75. So there's going to be some areas, but it's got to turn around, and it's got to turn around on volume as well. And we're going to look for these candles, guys. Very specific candles we want to pay attention to. And right now it's just looking like we could have another leg down. You know, you see that there, and then we had our drop, and then we're coming back up, and we potentially could come back. So keep an eye on, see if we break through these wicks. A lot of the times aren't really good support, guys. You can fall through those. Keep that in mind. Volume starting to taper down a little bit right there. Keep that in mind. God bless each and every one of you. Please let me know what you're doing. Hope you guys are having a wonderful night. It's good to be here with you. And if you guys could, moon up the likes, all that type of stuff. And guys, also, if you go over, it's Crypto Charting with Chris. I'm going to be having another website as well, because I haven't been able to get monetized with YouTube and all this, so I'm going to start posting on both and see if I can get that other channel up and moving, and maybe they'll monetize that one. I don't know what else to do with them because they don't really answer your questions and things like that. So if you guys could go over there, Crypto Charting with Chris, I'll be posting this video there. If you guys could like, subscribe over there, do a view that, you know, just click on it and then you can click off whatever, but it would help me out. So I appreciate it, y'all. Take care.